All right, hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing this evening? It is Saturday again already. Feels like it was just Saturday a few moments ago. But we're back, finally working on something other than the GPO1. It's really nice to have this whole like half of my desk kind of back. And I'm doing an SD instead. And today's a little bit special. This is the 50th YouTube stream since we started. It's been just over a year. I think there were 2 Saturdays we've missed since we started these, basically for holidays, I think, that happen to fall on a Saturday. And it's been cool. So we've got some good, excellent giveaways tonight. We're actually giving away an MG Rezel Commander type and an SD Musha Gundam, which are what you probably saw in the thumbnail or the social post today. But since posting that, I got 3 additional donations, including a high-grade Mark II Titans version, an MG GPO1, and some Mr. Color paints, actually. A set of, like, I want to say 5 or 6 paints and some thinner. Those last 3 were all donated. We'll get into more details on those when we give them away, but we've got a lot of good stuff tonight, so should be excited, and I'm super excited to be able to work on something that's not going to, take 4 months. So anyway, let's get into saying hello and going through everybody in the chat, and then we'll dig into this thing. So what's up, Leath1? Good Saturday night, y'all. What are y'all working on, if anything? What's up, Lance Liu? Kavar, Gunpla Viking, Ren, Nike, Jason, Bar Savage, working on cleaning my space up. I should do a cleanup stream. I need to clean up my space, and I never have time. What's up, Sean Donovan? Working on finishing up Goku figure ice kit. Oh, that's cool. One of these days I have to give one of those a try. What's up, Gam, Adam Shields, Riakath, Jason Galloway, Kyle Dixon, Brian D, Jacob Temkins, Chris Vermillion, Buster, 0988, what's up? Lewis, Panda Bomb, Laura Lee, It's Beast. Let's see. Brian D, I'm very disappointed with myself. I have not built anything in 2 weeks. Try not to be too harsh on yourself. I work on something just about every week, but mostly because I'm able to force myself. It's for the business. If I get any pushback from my wife, it's for the business. Ryan Jones, gonna be starting to build my airbrush booth soon. Awesome. Hey guys, do yourself a favor, buy any GM at all to appease the gods of mass production. I don't know, what does GM make? You talking about like a Suburban or something? What's up, Nexus Gunpla, Mr. Trashcan Bob, Spud Killer, Tuesday. Jeez, a lot of you guys in here. Halfway to caught up, Matt Morris, Swing Ben, Vegeta, AV, still newish for 2 to 3 streams. How do you donate, Nick? So if you want to donate a prize, basically send me a DM on one of the social platforms, or preferably on Discord if you're a Discord member. It's just easier for me to manage a lot of stuff there. But basically, if people purchase the kit or items that they want to donate and put them as a local pickup, and obviously let me know that it's supposed to be for the giveaway, and then we just pull it before it gets sent out and add to the prize pool. So Shablam, Gunpla Stop, Xena Zan, I'm seeing some new names tonight. Rob the Builder, Weather and Battle Damage, HG Jessica, nice. America to miss seeing the GPO. I'm not. It'll probably come back at some point for decals, but I really need to work on something new. And I think I might actually get this all the way to being ready to paint tonight. Maybe I'll even paint it tomorrow. We'll see. Which will be really nice. What's up, G Ming, Boss HB Studios, Zinrath, Xavier. Looking for my TR6 Hazenflay 2 Rod Code Mail. That's an exciting one to wait for. Gaulis Sopod. I don't know if I pronounced that one right. What's up, Psycho Seer? Gunpla Golden. In before he opens the box into the PG manual. Yes, this is all just a giant late April Fool's joke. I'm going to pull out the PG Zeta and build that one. What's up, Vegeta AAV? You can buy some from Mecha Warehouse. Choose, pick it up. Yeah, Spud Killer giving you the details there too. Probably indeed. Nick, my daughters both want more tanks. I'm going to be ordering more. They love them. That's cool. What's up, Raptor, Joshua R, James Plan, Chuck. What's up, George, Commander Wolf, Sleepy Fox, should be here in a minute. Nice. Congrats on the 50. Thanks, Guillermo. Guillermo? Yeah, I figured that out a couple weeks ago, right? KFX, Das Charles Hill and Nick, what are you going to paint? You're going to paint this SD? I plan to. I want to build it, clean it up, do all that stuff. Wow, we're only a few minutes into the stream. We're already at, looks like 79 viewers, so awesome. Welcome anybody who's new. We will be doing the giveaways. We'll be drawing for the first one a little bit. I will remind everybody two things before I forget, because I don't mention these very often, because I'm not very good at this YouTube streaming thing. Well, one's a YouTube streaming thing. So number one, if you like the stream, I'd appreciate it. It helps me out, helps show this stream to more people on YouTube and the like. So if you don't mind, hitting that like button would be great. And the other thing, if you happen to be on the market for any Gunpla tools, anything like that, you can use that live 10 code tonight during the stream and save 10% at mechawarehouse.com and save yourself some money and definitely help support me. So really appreciate it if you did that, if you need anything. If not, no worries. No pressure. Never wanted an SD. Are they worth it? I like SDs. I've only built one other SD so far. It was an SDCS, so this will be an interesting experience because I haven't built an SDBB before. This is an older SD kit. I think it's supposed to be a pretty good one. And actually, I should point this out before I get too deep into this. This is actually a kit I got back prior to our Bluefin days. There is no Bluefin sticker on either end, none on the bottom, none on the sides. No Bluefin stickers anywhere on this kit. It is did not come through the normal supply chain. So hopefully there's no missing pieces, although it's way too late for that now anyway. So one of the kits in my backlog that I got way back when, and was like, I'm just gonna throw it in my backlog instead of sell it. So, yep, you're getting better at saying it. You're almost a natural now. I'll figure it out. You're becoming a regular. It's a Kavar, new here, but meaning to watch these last few streams, but always been busy while it goes live. Yeah, no worries, but glad to have you. What's up, Paul? Already held onto this SD technique to build, I'm guessing 3 weeks. I'm hoping it takes one session to build this thing up, and then I'll probably paint it and maybe come back for some detail stuff in another stream, maybe two. We'll see. This device is already gone. No, yeah, those were gone in the first hour, which is better than the last time. Last time they only lasted about 10-15 minutes, so I have to order a lot more next time, and hopefully they last, you know, a couple minutes or a couple hours next time maybe. Let's see, gonna build my HG Marcosi as well. I watch. Nice. No Bluefin, my lord, is that legal? So back when I started, Bluefin wouldn't let me in because I wasn't established. I didn't have a store already, didn't have a website, any of that kind of stuff. And despite my pleas for help at the time, it's like, how do you get started if I can't get inventory? What is up with that? And so I ended up finding another source. In retrospect, I should have found a source that was already importing them for me instead of trying to import them myself. But, you know, live and learn, kind of a life motto right there. And we made it work. And now we're in with Bluefin, so life is good. What do you think of Clear Color or other Gundam-based kits, Nick? I'm not a big fan of Clear. I think the Clear kits are kind of cool, but not really my cup of tea. Oh, do these not even have... Wow, this is old. Look at this. So this does have a letter on it. The A2, A1, and B. But I don't think they even talk about which runner the parts are on. Wow, blast from the past, I guess. Leave alone. If my wife actually ever finds out how much I buy from you, I might be sleeping on the couch. Shh, I won't tell. be pretty quick for the kit, though. Maybe a month for the full thing. Alrighty, do you still have the sanding sponges? Yeah, I keep, well, the display ones or the ones that I use here. I'm slightly missing context here. I'm gonna take a look. That would be my first MG build too. I cast a heal by building an SD. Yeah, kinda. I need something quick. I need to finish something quick. Nick, are the Magnacs in production still? And if so, you'd be getting any. I mean, everything gets done in batches, so I'm sure they'll come back around. I don't know if I have any in order, but I can expect that they will show up again at some point. Okay, so I need part 10. This is going to be a pain in the butt. I won't even know what runner these things are on. Uh, 10 and 16. Let's see. Jay Watson, currently watching Zeta on my lunch break since it has so much hype behind it. Also painting HG core fighters is horrible. I couldn't believe that. They're pretty small. For a second there, I thought my wife was joining me, but she just needed her cutting mat for something else, apparently. Where are we at? I think they're good to showcase the inner frame. Clear kits are hard to tell if they're already good till you have them in hand. I thought they were lame until I built my Freedom Clear, and it was an amazing build. I mean, I could see them being kind of cool, but I don't know, not my favorite. I think he's feeling weird that you're not a sanding stream at the moment. It's coming soon. What kit are you building right now? This is the SDBB 198 Zeta. It's a SDG Generation 0 or whatever it's called. It's an older kit. Is there a date on here? 1999. For 50 bucks, Nick will send a fake invoice. There you go. Michael Rogers looked like the party. What kit is in the bin tonight? We got a bunch of stuff up for grabs tonight, actually. An MG Rezel Commander type, an MG GP01, I think? GP102? I have to look. It was a donation, and we actually have an HG Titans, an SD Musha Gundam, and what's the other one? We got some paints up for grabs too for the giveaway tonight. A lot of cool stuff. PC 6A. So PC Runner at least is called out specifically. The display ones, I'm thinking of grabbing sponges and files soon. Yeah, I think we still have some sponges left. So KCO, is there a Discord? There is a Discord for customers. If you've made a purchase from Mecha Warehouse before, you should have received an email soon after your first purchase with an invite link. If you purchased and did not get said invite email, feel free to shoot me a DM or an email, and I can help you out with the invite. Working on putting some minis together for a friend. Tedious work. Hit the clear MGL strike. The white parts were a clear pearl. I'm not paying attention. What happened to the sound? You know, the stream with the wife. I need to make that happen again at some point. I think she's working on something. I'm not sure what. It's probably something super sneaky and secret. I thought she was about to sit down to build with me all of a sudden, but she just grabbed her cutting mat. She needed the mat for a Gundam yoga session. No, I'm not sure. I'm assuming she's cutting something because she was asking me questions about cutting on a cutting mat earlier today. I just finished a 2-night build in SD that I got recently from Nick. Cool, Michael. Which one was it? How you ended the giveaway. So, Project Outcast, we will at several random points throughout the stream, I'll ask people to throw a random number in the chat, and then within a certain range, and then I'll draw a number within that range, and if your number gets called, you win whatever kit that number was called for. So basically, you just gotta hang out and listen. Here's a quick question for you. Is there a way to be able to choose who the package goes through? I was able to get my decals to the mail. Supposed to get my decals to the mail. It's taking forever. You could always email me. There's no like built-in like automatic way to select who we ship with. We pretty much, small items almost always go post office, and big items always UPS because of the cost difference. It would cost significantly more to send just decals, for example, through UPS. It can be done, but it's going to cost twice as much to ship it. So you have to really be in a hurry or really hate UPS to want that, I think. But if you were to reach out to me, I can help you with that kind of stuff. Raptor, considering I was just starting, I never really asked what are so great about the God Hand nippers at Display 3.0s. I'm using ones from a Kedix set I got. They cut a lot cleaner. They're a lot easier. Just comparing them to like the entry nippers of the other nipper have around to compare to. And there's definitely a pretty significant difference in how easily they cut and how cleanly they cut. Less deformation to the plastic means less nub marks and just an easier, cleaner result. I didn't get one, wasn't sure where to DM though. Alex, you can DM me anywhere: Instagram, Facebook, in theory Twitter, or you can just email me, nick@mechawarehouse.com, if you're unsure or not on any of those platforms. I'm usually pretty accessible to nearly everywhere. She's got to build more kits for her Instagram. I kind of agree. She also needs time. She's really busy too, picking up all the slack for me since I'm never home and never helping out with stuff around the house like I should, or at least not to the level I should. And some people don't listen to directions, so they end up having him repeat the rules again. So yeah. My interwebs being sus. I wonder how well a hot knife would work for cutting out parts. Either really good or really bad. Believe me, I had USPS that constantly messing up the mail in my area. That's rough. My recommendation, if you can, is just get to know your local mail carrier. When we had all our shipments coming out of the house, because the business was in the house for a while, I feel like our post office service got better. And it's probably because our normal mail carrier was far less likely to screw something up because she kind of knew us by name and we talked to her nearly every day. This knob is ugly. God Hand's the best tool I bought by far. God Hands are good. The 3.0s are really good too from what I hear. I need to try those out myself. Maybe there'll be some left and I'll grab one. Mesafredo. What are those you're using for sanding? These are just sanding sponges. I use 3M mostly because I have tons of them. But there's, a ton of different options out there. It's like these nubs are supposed to be a detail, but I'm not even sure. This is where this SD kit's going to take like four sessions. Yeah, USPS has been crappy shipping. Things ordered from the States takes longer than stuff ordered from Japan. Still need our hero voiceover or follow the rules or I'll kill you. Man, I got a funny story about that quote. So my wife and I were laughing about this week's weekly update video. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out after the stream, if only for the incoming section with the Gunpla are coming. The Gunpla are coming, that little thing, which is pretty funny. But we were laughing about how Old Spice should probably sue me for the reference to their commercial in that little skit thing there. And we were talking through, you know, Gundam-themed deodorants. Like, I think what was like a charred wood one, and a blue 01, an ice blue 01 scent. And then I was like, yeah, or I don't know, I forget what I said. Something about it. I'll kill you, just like the Hero line. And she was like, what? She didn't get it because she hasn't seen Gundam Wing. So I showed her the clip from Gundam Wing with Hero telling Relina that he'll kill her. And she legitimately, I'm not sure if she was laughing or crying, but it was probably both. It was hilarious. I wish I had it on video. And it would have made good content, her reacting to that scene. I wish I remembered how I had connected that to deodorant, because it was, I thought, funny, but she didn't get it, so maybe no one else would get it either. I think burning polystyrene releases something that's bad to breathe. Probably. Some old green nippers I found in my garage and they work pretty well. Nippers, I just bite the parts off the runner. Eons ago in the early 2000s, I used a pair of nail clippers for many kids. They actually make a pair of nippers that looks like nail clippers, essentially. Probably perfect for travel if you gotta fly, because they look like nail clippers. So less likely to set off some TSA agent's spidey sense about weapons. Like a pair of nippers, I suppose, could. A lot less risky, anyway. I was going to work my first MG kit earlier, but I'm going to wait to finish the rest of it tomorrow. MG Gunner Zaku wore it. Nice. That was funny. Yeah, it was hilarious. Thanks, Spud Killer. If you had the chance to pitch a Gundam or MS to Bandai, what would it look like? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I would pitch anything that doesn't exist. I think I would just pitch that they should manufacture the wing grunt suits, and I'd come up with a really compelling argument for it. And then they would promptly ignore me because I'm sure somebody's already told them they should. So who has found Gunpla TikTok? I know I've seen some. I don't... I need to get back to trying to post Mecha Warehouse stuff on TikTok. It's just such a different platform to use. And I barely have time to keep up with the other ones. But if I could finally find this video editor I need, maybe I could start repurposing content for TikTok. So if anybody's in or near New Hampshire and wants a job doing video work, please get in touch. I'm not having much luck finding somebody. I'm going to probably put a listing out on Indeed or something and see if I get somebody who maybe isn't a huge Gundam nerd already, which is kind of a bummer. I kind of wait watching a slow way down, burned through the first 26 episodes, now I've been stuck for like a week. It's kind of rough. Does anyone feel like working on multiple kits at a time is tabooed? I don't. I've got a lot of kits that are like half finished. I've got like a whole like note page of where I'm at and what needs to be done for each one. All right. This will be interesting trying to paint the eyes on this thing because I don't think I want to use the stickers. I have some fun masking when it comes to painting this one. There's some slop in the head here. Delightful. I'm considering posting my backlog like everyone else. It might be the humiliation I need. Spot some Disc Bay. Oh geez, I'm like falling way behind. 106 viewers, maybe that's why. I feel like the Disc Bay better than my God Hands, honestly. Interesting. I know they're pretty close, one way or the other. Second step is not hanging out with you criminal enablers. Happy 50th show. I started watching a little less than a year ago, and this has become a Saturday night staple. Thank you for being with us regularly, Weeks K. Just bought some Disc Bay 3.0 and some sanding sponge sets from you guys. Been waiting for you to get them in, and happy to receive my email today saying you got them in. Glad we were able to help. Thank you, Tater. Discord's bad for me. Too much FOMO. I'd pitch a cheap 1/100 RC line. Ooh, I wonder what that would involve. I'm going to skip a few of these because I'm not going to get through everything tonight. I mean, we're 30 minutes in and I've done like 5 parts. Nick, are you an iPhone or Android guy? Android all the way. I won't touch anything Apple. Really want to get my hands on the Sandrock EW Master Guide. I believe we got some coming in that will be restocking on the 30th on the next one. I've seen some backlogs on TikTok that took up entire closets. Oh, Child's Play. Child's Play. Okay, number 2 here. So 1, 6, 7. His backlog's so big he had to start his own gumbo business. I'm not sure it started that way. I think it went the other way around. I think I started the business and then my backlog grew out of control. It is incredibly hard to be in business for yourself and have the time to work on stuff. And then also dealing with seeing so many things you want and essentially not paying full price. Because it's part of my marketing budget. Okay, and then 2, 4, 8, 9. We should probably do our first draw pretty soon. Check with the local colleges near you to find an editor for vids. Yeah, I'm sure I could do that. Like the biggest thing, like I can find people no problem. I mean, I had a lot of candidates last time. It's finding somebody that has enough context to the subject matter that I don't have to like do everything for them, and they can kind of run with things. When's the 5 pallet shipment coming in? So it's supposed to arrive, I think, Wednesday, but it's going to take me a while to break it all down. So that's why we're targeting the 30th to have to restock. We'll hopefully be ready with plenty of time for that, but that's my conservative estimate. If for some reason I go way faster, I might put the stuff up sooner, but most likely that's when it will be. Getting pretty good at estimating these times. Spent 50 on some paints and primer tonight. Gonna airbrush my first kit tomorrow. Nice. I'd like the stream, everyone. Yes, like and stream is much appreciated. Any news on restocks of the RE100 line? I hear the Zaka 2 is good. No, I have not seen any. My backlog is just 3 empty boxes of the kits I have. 110 viewers now. Nick, does Mecha Warehouse sponsor any builders? If not, will you do that in the future? We do. We've got a page on the website actually with them listed. The Team Mecha Warehouse or something. It's up at the top, along the top navigation there. If you're interested. How exactly are you supposed to enter the giveaways? I got sucked into watching you build the Gundam. So I will be calling out a range of numbers in a few moments for people to throw in the chat, and then I'll draw some numbers in that range to give away some stuff. So just hold tight. We'll be there in a moment. This kid's making me really appreciate some of the more modern manuals. Be ordering a Sandrock once you restock. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff there. For sure interested. Just say no to Apple. Yeah, I've only actually in my life purchased one Apple product. It was I don't know if it was an iMac or it was whatever their really cheap line of desktop computers were, the kind of small ones. I don't know if they even make them anymore. I bought it for my consulting business because we had a client that potentially wanted to use us for some iOS development stuff, and we had to scope out the project, and you can't open the projects on a Windows PC basically. So I ran out to Best Buy, bought the cheapest Mac I could find, ended up not getting the contract, so I'm incredibly disappointed about that. But so now I got a barely used Mac in my closet that I really need to figure out how to get rid of at some point, I think, because it's not doing me any good. I've used iPhones since 2009. Couldn't pay me to use an Android. Well, I guess agree to disagree. Mark D. Hey, Nick, I'm a little late. How's it going? It's going well. So, Danny Chan, giveaway. We'll be doing a giveaway very soon. Couldn't pay the 3-year-olds to make your iPhones either. Oh, burn. And get more Delpy decal water slides, especially some of the more interesting ones like luminous or holographic. We've actually got a Delpy decal restock coming in. Nick put the iMac on D&D. Maybe I should. I was thinking I might throw it on like eBay or something, but I guess I could always do thing indents. I had to like figure out how to log in and like reset it and make sure that none of my customers' files, I think we cleared them all out, but gotta make sure none of those files are on that computer before I sell it to somebody. Which will be tough because I haven't used the Mac in forever. My brother did all that scoping work for me, so I never touched that computer. Have you seen the Supernova wing kits? If so, what do you think? They look pretty cool. And Clue and the PG Extreme are moving soon. I'll be hoping I leave. Okay, I'll get before I leave on April pre-order. I'm not sure when it comes in. I think you're talking about the Unleashed. It's supposed to be April, but they haven't shipped yet, so you know, your guess is as good as mine as whether it shows up before the end of April or maybe it ships by the end of April. I'm not too sure. All right, let's do. This is first draw. Wow, we got 120 in here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prizes. We got basically 120 people in here. Let's throw a number in the chat between 1 and 600. So everyone, one number per person. Just type it into the chat. Any number you would like in the range of 1 to 600. Please do not change it. It doesn't matter if somebody posts the exact same number as you. Please don't delete your number and try to post a new one, because we will have to disqualify you. There's going to be way too many numbers in the chat, and it's already a logistical whatever. So if we see your name a couple times, we're going to have to just throw you out this time. So if multiple people pick the same number, we'll have fun anyway, and flip one of the Mecha Warehouse Challenge coins to see who the winner is. So that'll be fun in and of itself. Yeah, that was a lot of chat. Chat rate probably just went right through the roof. I just flipped my coin, it says I won. There you go, Spud Killer. Way to buck the system. Yeah, nice chat rate spike right there. That's great. Pretty cool. Get to stream some likes people. Thanks, Shades. Yeah, we do only have like, well, no, we're doing good. We're not too bad on the likes. Gotta think outside the box. Gotta think outside the bun. I'll sand this piece, maybe one more, and then I'll call time and see who our winners are, if we have any. I have to say, it's so nice to work on something other than the GPO one. I did hide pizza tonight. Pizza's in a box, though. Oh, well, I guess outside the bun. All right. Getting ready to post time in the chat. Let's get the random number generator up. I did not call Tanya M-Dub. I was hydrating first. I pizza 2 and watched the OG TMNT. Nice. Okay, time has been called. So I'm going to draw 5 separate numbers, one for each prize. The first one is an SDBB Musha Gundam, donated by one of our winners from last time, actually. Didn't want their name necessarily shared, but they're paying it forward. So for the Musha, 280 is our number. Next up will be for the Rezel Commander type, Master Grade. That's from Mecha Warehouse here. That will be for number 131. Our HG Titans, thanks to Gam, donated by Gam, will be 352. Our MG GPO1, or yeah, I think it's GPO1, is for number 468. That was donated by Vikron. And Vikron also donated a set of paints from Mr. Color, and that will go to number 537. 352 is for the HG Mark II Titans, Adam. So you guys can look through and see if anybody got any of those. If not, the prizes will roll over. We'll do another draw in 20, 30 minutes or so. And we'll just keep going, gradually decrease the number range until we have all the kits give it away or we run out of time. But if we were close and nobody picked the correct number, no dice in that case, Tater. We just roll it over and we roll again in throughout the stream, and we'll decrease that number range. So the odds of somebody winning will go up. Exact numbers only. It's looking like we don't have any winners though, because nobody's really claiming it or pointing them out. What are your thoughts on Netflix announcement of a live-action Gundam movie series? What era or story would you like to see most? Were you excited for it? What concerns would you have? I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of fear that it could be just bad, because the last time they tried a live-action Gundam movie, it was not very good. Hopefully it doesn't happen this time, since, you know, it's 2021 and they've got more of that stuff figured out, hopefully. But there's always that risk. I don't know what timeline it should be in. If it's going to be in the US, it almost feels like it should be based on something that's more popular here, but I would honestly be happy with it being its own timeline. I would be happy with I think in some ways I think they should just remake one of the really popular mainstream ones as a live action movie, maybe like a reboot kind of thing would be kind of cool. That seems to be all the rage these days, like, you know, an original Mobile Suit Gundam or like a Char's Counterattack or something. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be standalone though if they want to be successful with it, because a lot of people aren't necessarily up on everything. First stream I've watched, heard about you guys from Comfy University. Nice, Tater. What do you guys think of the Snyder Cut? I didn't see it. I didn't see the original one either. My concern is Netflix adaptations suck. I probably won't get to see it if it's on Netflix, because I'm not going to get Netflix just to watch it. They've got Legendary, who did Pacific Rim and Godzilla, so it could be pretty good. Oh, the Netflix Gundam movie is its own new story and timeline. In some ways, that make a lot of sense. Fantastic Four comes to mind for live action done wrong. I should reboot all of UC and make it a film series. There's probably some money to be there. If they play it right, they could do kind of like a Marvel thing. Although I'm sure Marvel had a little bit more mass appeal before the Marvel movies than Gundam does, but they should set up their own, Gundam cinematic universe or something. Please no Disney by Gundams. The GCU. Yeah. Been a comic book guy for a long time. Marvel characters were really unknown before the movies. I had to explain who Iron Man was to my sister 4 times on the way to the theater. Yeah, but I feel like the hardcore audience knew, might have been larger. I could be wrong though. I have no idea how many people were into comic books. But between all the cartoons and stuff, maybe it's all a wash. Wish I could go back to like historical, like demographic data or something to see where it was at back in like the early 2000s. I'm actually working through the MCU stuff again. Now we're going through in timeline order. There's a few that we missed along the way, so we gotta get caught up on those and everything. More people knew about Marvel characters than you realize. You're talking normies. They at least knew Spider-Man. For DC, it was Superman and Batman, but these are because they had flat-out shows. Yeah, like a lot of, there's certain things, like there's definitely aspects of it that weren't known, but I think they kind of knew all that stuff existed. Give up on the MCU at this point. It's just so much stuff and I don't care enough to put into watching it all. I feel like it was half the reason we got Disney Plus. We got access to all these top tier kind of movies, so we might as well try to watch them all while we can. And the ones I've seen, I've enjoyed. Is the arms? These feel weird. WandaVision was good, and Falcon Winter Soldier is good so far. WandaVision was really good. Do we need the Gundam heads? I'm putting two of them together now. I do not. Video froze, I froze too. Interesting. Can't wait for Loki. Loki would be interesting. All right, torso time. 12, 18, 14, 21, 22. Yeah, there goes event. There we go. The superhero stuff anyone here been watching Invincible? I haven't. I've seen some trailers that looks kind of cool. Have you watched AOT slash... I'm not sure what that is. Probably should. The mold lines are not bad on these though. That's good to see. Good evening all. SD8 tonight, Nick. Have fun, dude. Yeah, definitely a much simpler build than the last one. Needed kind of a palette cleanser, something quick and hopefully painless. Attack on Titans. Oh, I haven't seen Attack on Titans. See, I should have known that. Just finished watching the newest with the wife. We physically recoil while watching in a good way. Nice. The voice acting is spot on too. Don't typically like famous actors doing voice work, but it works very well. It's cool. Cursor drop a couple of parts. Someone is always hide under a table leg or perfectly in a shadow. I kind of resemble that remark. Shadow Fog Killer. Hope you're doing well, Nick. Thanks. Hope you are as well. Probably do our next draw pretty soon. Still have all 5 of our prizes tonight, so still plenty of opportunities to win something. Would love for Bandit to make some 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim Gunpla kits. That would be sick. I'm not familiar with it, but I'll take your word for it. just made me want to start building my model. The SD is looking good. Thanks, Alex. Pretty cool so far. I definitely really like the SDCS ones, though. I have a feeling I'm going to like that one better than this one, but it does seem more solid than like the SDEX I built a while ago. I guess that's the other SD I built. It was an SDEX Wing Zero. And I mean, that was a cool build too, but there were a lot of hollow parts that you can like see the open hollow side on the back. I feel like if you really wanted to make it look really nice, you'd have to like putty it all up and fill all that stuff in, which seems like a pain. So I think I understand why people prefer this line over SDEX sometimes. Brian D, well, I'm leaving early tonight. Have a busy day tomorrow. I'll check with everyone tomorrow. See you later, Brian D. Have a good evening. Just like a muscle relaxer and a pain pill. Hope I don't conk out and miss the drawing. Best of luck to you, Tater. M. Gerald Hobby Stuff, what's up? Tetsujin, what's up, everyone? How's the weekend so far? So far, so good here. This Kotetsu Jake build is a fun and interesting build. Nice, Jiming. It's like a really interesting, different kind of build. What's up? This is Nozaku. Life is good here. Built an SD Sazabi a while back, but I really didn't like the amount of stickers the kit included just to get basic color accuracy. That's definitely the downside with a lot of SD kits. And I think this one is going to be in that boat. The stickers look like there's a bunch for color correcting, so I will be having to correct that stuff in paint, I think. So, yay masking. How much do you sand off on joint parts to prevent them from scratching off the paint? I don't know if that's what prevents the paint scratching, honestly. You just want it relatively smooth, I think, and not corners and stuff. But in other streams, mainly the charity stream on Twitch and checking out a Milla's stream. Oh yeah, there's some sort of charity stream thing going on this weekend, right? On Twitch, I think. Gotta work on the PG strike. Was cool, bud. See you on the next one. Okay, Justin. Wonder what it would be like if they made an SD in the scale of a PG with details like RGPG. That'd be really interesting. I could see like a resin kit like that. That'd be pretty cool. Almost want to buy the MG Blaze Zaku and Zaku Warrior. They just cost too much being premium Bandai. There's a Zaku Warrior that's not a P Bandai. He was building a Mugen Liger from some company I don't know about. What airbrush you use? I use an Iwata HPCS. Okay, let's do the second draw. So let's see, we're at 110 viewers. We still have 5 prizes. Let's do a number between 1 and 450 this time. Number between 1 and 450 in the chat. 1 number per person. Please, please, please don't post a second number or delete your number if somebody else takes your number. We can flip a coin to deconflict that, and otherwise it'll just be difficult to make sure that nobody is cheating or attempting to cheat. Watching Back to the Future with the family while listening. Nice. We watched the Back to the Future movies not too long ago as our family movie night. Enjoyed those. And we just wrapped up the Mighty Ducks series tonight. I have to say, D3, I felt it was disappointing compared to the other Mighty Ducks movies. 2A, 2B, 2C. Guess I'll cut those when I'm ready. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I just felt like the plot wasn't very good for D3. And I feel like it just like flipped in the middle of the movie, like for no reason. Like characters that were like mean, almost bad guys, are like good guys now. All of a sudden, it's like they left out like 40 minutes in the middle of the movie. Lance, what are you doing? Yeah, so anyway, it just seemed like the plot just completely, the script flipped it halfway through and didn't make any sense. But the first two were good, so I don't have to just remember those and pretend the third one didn't happen. I'll draw a number here and draw some numbers in a moment. Have you seen that they are doing a new Mighty Duck series on Disney Plus? I did see that come from Viking. I think we're gonna probably try checking that out now that we've seen all three of the movies. Has anybody watched any of those yet? Are they any good? For some reason, I thought that stuff was all gold until I saw D3, so I'm a little bit worried. Hopefully, it's better. I guess if the Gordon Bombay character is more connected into the story and there through the whole thing, then hopefully that means it'll be better. I feel like that was a big part of the problem, is that he just wasn't really a part of the movie. It definitely is G-Bang. It's easier to paint when the parts are the separate colors, or parts separated at least. Not having to mask is nice. Masking really kind of sucks. Right. New Ducks isn't terrible, better than expected. That's good. It's still ongoing, I think, right? So, still more to come through on that. Wow, looks like we got a lot of subs in the last hour. All right, I'm throwing time up in the chat. My greatest disaster did a hex camo 30-minute missions, then I broke the arm at final assembly. Turns out I also broke my heart. The masking was insane. Oh, that sounds painful. Okay, 2-1 and 450. So, first giveaway here is 317, and that will be for the SD Musha. Next is 414 for the MG Rezel Commander. Third up is 49 for the HG Mark II Titans. Fourth one, 426 for the GP01. And finally, 444 for the paint set. You guys check and let me know if anybody got a win. And I will double check. Waiting for a few episodes to be up before I start watching Ducks. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like WandaVision, I think was pretty much almost all out, if not mostly out by the time we started watching it. I really hate having to wait for episodes. So I'd like rather wait up front than get all suspenseful in the middle and have to wait a week for an episode to come out or something. So Kevin, do we get any winners that time, or are we still winnerless? The one time I didn't do my usual number, FML. I put 317. Mr. R got 317. Nice. Okay, I'll double check that in a moment. I just came out from dinner and saw a bunch of numbers. I didn't know you could only enter one number. Apologies. No worries, Lance. Usually it's a mistake when that happens. I get that. Okay, so Mr. R, 317. That's the Musha. Let's see if I can find Mr. R. Oh, I see it. 317. Nice. So Mr. R, the process same as usual. Send me an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, or a DM with your shipping and contact info and stuff, and we will get that kit out to you sometime this week. I don't think I want to pay another RG again ever. Yeah, I spent last night. I transformed my RG full armor unicorn to destroy mode or whatever, and split it up so I can top coat it for decals. And that was a nightmare. I can't imagine trying to paint a real grade. Like, I'll probably will at some point. Definitely not one that complicated, though, for sure. I have a lot of other builds I need to paint before I'm ready to do something like that. even sure what that little assembly is. RG Unicorn sends you our hand grenades, a breeze blows, and something falls off one of them. That's about right. I actually glued a couple parts last night. We allowed to pre-order any of the kits that are going to be in stock soon, or is that something we have to wait for? You just have to wait, Lance. We don't do pre-orders on anything that's not a new release right now, especially just because it's a technical problem and it'd be a lot of work to pre-do them. At some point, we might build the infrastructure to support doing that, but not at the moment. Let's see. Jacob Baker, hey Nick, getting ready to start painting kits for the first time. Any advice? Number one, figure out your thinning ratios as early as you can. Like, try to be confident in that before you start painting. If you're airbrushing, at least. You said airbrushing, right? If you're going to airbrush, that's a big thing. Because if not, you'll be really frustrated later on. I think that's probably the biggest thing that I would recommend. You know, paint more spoons than you think you need to. Pick up some lacquer thinner this weekend so I can start practicing on spoons. What do you need lacquer thinner for? Splash doesn't require thinner. Should be airbrush ready. Don't be afraid of mistakes. You can always fix them, maybe just not in the way you first intended. That's true. You can always strip paint too. I'm going to be using Vallejo Model Air and Mecha paints for the first painted build. Vallejo Mecha does require thinning though, so if you're painting with that, definitely figure out your thinning. I thought it didn't, and that bit me. It's a clean airbrush between colors. Ah, there you go. That makes sense then. Duh. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I was looking for a good brush on chrome. Do you have any in stock for paint brushing, not airbrushing? I think a lot of the quote-unquote airbrush paints can be painted with a hand brush technique. You still got to worry about thinning them and stuff, but like people use Tamiya and Vallejo Mecha, for example, with a brush. So I need to get an air hose for my airbrush, but I can't afford one because I'm actually want a gum auction. Dope. Any kits in particular that you're excited for that are coming in the next palette order? Oh, like everything. Bunch of different wing master grades. Bunch of master grades in general. Sazbi Verka. Lots and lots of good stuff. A lot of kits in that order that people have been asking for. Which always makes me excited when stuff people want comes in. Because it usually means stuff sells, which is good for business. It's better than having stuff sit on the shelf. Especially where I got confirmation on some other orders for later this summer that are also going to be really good. So I got to make sure I move as much of this first order as I can, this next big order, so I have the cash on hand to pay for the next like 2 or 3 big shipments that are scheduled to come in. I read don't need thinning is don't tell me how to airbrush. Found out model air paint, hand paints really well. A lot of those do. Alclad paints or lacquers that come pre-thinned. For people new to paint, what we advise them to start with first. I haven't tried many things, honestly. Vallejo Mecha is the only paint I've airbrushed with. And I like it. There's a little bit of a learning curve at the beginning to figure stuff out. I think lacquers can be easier to paint with, but acrylics are safer. So there's a big trade-off there. Health versus ease of difficulty, durability of paint, all that kind of stuff. So I don't really have any recommendations other than that's what I used, since I don't have anything to compare it against. These Gunpla orders require you to pay up front for the merchandise as it arrives. I need to pay before they ship it. They don't charge me until they ship, which is good. So I'm not like they're not holding on to my money for months before I get product. But I need to pay for it before they ship it to me. So that means if something comes in out of the cash, then I'm kind of in trouble. What about hand painting ratio? I've seen consistency of milk. That's what I've heard for airbrushing, I think. It really depends on the brush, the paint, and you, I think, for the most part. Often the manufacturers will recommend a ratio for you, which is a good place to start. And then you might want to try, taking some away, adding some, see what it does. I think elevation impacts it, and humidity. But starting with what the manufacturer recommends is probably a good place to start. Or if you know anybody that uses the same paints, ask what they do. I'm pretty much religious about the ratio rather than the consistency, because I don't feel like I'm very good at evaluating the consistency of the paint. So I don't wing it. I just throw in the paint and the thinner and flow improver when I paint, and just do it in the right ratio, and it always works out for me. Favorite Gundam show? Gundam Wing for the nostalgia, and 8th MS Team for realism. I feel like I answered that one a lot. Call it workers in the Gunpla factory dress as though they are engineers working on Gundams. Even thought of having Dylan wear a costume to work. Thought on Halloween I should make him wear a Minion costume, but get some overalls with the Mecha Warehouse logo on it or something. I bet they don't wear those costumes every day at work. It's probably something they do for special occasions or something. I could be wrong, but it seems over the top. Is Vallejo paints ready out of bottle for brushing? I do not believe so. The airline might be good to go out of the bottle, but Vallejo Mecha, which is what we carry right now, definitely is not. For some reason, I thought that it was good to go out of the bottle, but it'll kind of work, but you'll encounter dry tip and other issues if you do it that way. They do wear them daily. It's just a kooky thing. Really? Who designed your stickers? Nickel Models is the artist who's been doing all of our artwork as of late. The original logo was somebody else, but everything since the original logo has been Nickel Models. I want to say stickers you guys include packages are really cool. I got one on my PS4. Nice. I don't know when P Bandai's coming to Canada. No idea. The US made a lot of sense because Bluefin, the main Bandai distributor in the US, is owned by Bandai. So I think they're basically running the P Bandai behind the scenes, since they're just like a subsidiary of Bandai. Whereas I think Canada is a third party. Kind of random. I hope we get more Master Grade IBO kits. Now that we finally got Barbatos, IBO is my favorite series, so I'd love to have more of the mobile suits from that show in MG form. That would be pretty cool. If you could pilot any MS, what would it be? I feel like I answered this in this week's video. I think I said something about heavy arms maybe, but I don't know. It's such a hard choice. And so far-fetched because it will never happen. No, yo, Nick, do you, let's see. Let me do that one first. Anyone building tonight? Gotta throw some water slides in my clear wood ward to finish my AOZ April build. Well, you know what I'm doing, Ian. Americio, Nick, do you own any P Bandai kits of your own? I do. I've got all the Gundam Wing Master Grades now, except for the Tall Geese 2, which I think is on order. The Maganac P Bandai, all the Maganac P Bandai sets, all the Leo P Bandai sets. I've got a Mudrock to be built. I think I've got a G Master Grade GM Cold Districts type sitting on my backlog. Got an F91. No, F91's not P Bandai, is it? It was regular release, but no, that was P Bandai, right? The box looks like it's not, but it is. These splash paints, right? Bandai's Plymod. Yeah, Plymod is a separate company though. So Bluefin is owned by Bandai. Plymod is, I believe, their own business. Completely separate, as far as I know. And I think is a much smaller operation, as far as I know too. Building Flame Toys Megatron right now, nice. Love an MG Bale, that thing would be dope. So it's even in universe, all the IBO Gundam share a frame. It's basically a guarantee that they'll make at least the main ones. Yeah, hopefully. There's never 2 or 3 real size Gundams in the world right now. Yeah, but they don't operate. They just sold the MG frame and then sold the other parts separate. You could mix and match. That'd be pretty cool. Then we see Gun Girl Lady, 30-minute mission kits made an appearance. Yeah, the 30-minute mission sisters, I think they're calling it. Favorite GM variant, probably the GM Command. Pretty cool looking GM. F91 is normal release, but the F90 is P Bandai. Yes, it's the F90 is the one, another one of the P Bandai I get. I'm trying to think if I've got anything else. I might have one or two others. Oh, the Mercurius and V8. My P Bandai backlog is too big. Like the GM Sniper, wish I had one. GM Sniper 2 or the GM Sniper Customs, the other one? Or the original GM Sniper? Or they're not releasing the girl gun kits here in the States, is that true? I'm not sure, Spud. Still holding out for 30-minute missions, bros. That'd be cool, but I don't know. The Mecha girl thing seems to be like its own little industry right now. How do you set up that overhead camera? How's it mounted to your monitor arm? So this camera is not mounted to my monitor arm. This one I've got you can probably, yeah, over the side camera, right? So I got my mic is here on its own stand, and then the camera, which is going to shake a little bit there, is its own freestanding arm, comes down to a little base here on the cutting mat back here. So that's how the camera's mounted. The mic arm is clamped to the table, and that's pretty much just how that works. My camera rig for the warehouse where I shoot my videos for when I start hopefully doing desktop videos there, that one I use VESA mounts to mount my cameras, so I can mount like serious cameras, DSLRs and stuff for higher res shooting. And I've got a video about that up on the channel, actually I put up a few weeks ago, that covers all the details on all the parts you need and roughly how I set everything up. Someday I'll probably set up a rig like that here because I think it's a better way to mount stuff. I'm just relatively cheap, don't have a ton of spare cash lying around to just buy more and more mounting stuff. But someday I'll probably do that. I'm actually hoping sometime I get to finish my attic, set up my like hobby model room, and can set up a really sweet camera rig for streaming and content creation, etc. Gonna say, I swear Nick just made a video about the setup. It's not the setup where I'm at right here. It's the setup at the warehouse. So it's a little bit different. Oh, I see. You've been figuring out how to set up my overhead cam better. Thanks, Nick. Yeah. So that setup is really, really cool. The way I finally figured out how to do it with the VESA monitor arms. I wish I had figured that out way sooner. There's not a lot of content out there about how to do that. And if you get the right arms, which is basically the Wally system, you can do some really cool things in terms of mounting cameras and camera ball heads. You should be able to do the same thing with like webcams if you're doing live streaming, or you could probably use a DSLR as a webcam if you wanted to get really fancy. But it took a little bit of looking to get all the information together to figure out how to do that. Ah, the old attic, yeah, very. We finally, a couple weeks ago, started cleaning it out kind of and getting some of the boxes and crap out of there from before the move. I need to set up my craft station for me and my kids. That's the plan. I'm basically going to take the whole side where all the shelving used to be, where the warehouse was, so to speak, where I packed orders and picked orders and all that stuff, and I want to, finish it and probably set up like 4 workbenches or something, shelving and all sorts of stuff. All right, looks like feeder next, maybe. Mecha Attic just doesn't have the same ring to it. Yeah, not so much. Let's get the next draw going while I find and cut up these pieces. So we got 110 in here. We've got 4 prizes left. We're like halfway through. Let's or more than halfway through. Let's throw a number between 1 and 200 in the chat this time. Let's get really aggressive. So 1 number per person in the chat between the numbers 1 and 200, and I'll draw it a little bit. Please don't delete a number. If somebody quote unquote takes your number, become more and more likely as this range shrinks. We will deconflict that the way we know how, should that be an issue. Okay, and in the meantime, I'm gonna cut out these pieces. So I need 30 and 33. And 37 and 38. And it's 24. Well, this is certainly some music. Exactly, Artie. This is an interesting station. Weird question. Can anyone tell me how the RG Synergy compares in size to the MG Unicorn HD color? I can't answer that one. It should be Synergy, probably similar to a Unicorn in size and scale wise. Might get a Spherical Strike Mugen from Mecha Warehouse. Looks like a very different build from Gunpla. Yeah, definitely. Good way to mix it up. about the same size. It's about 2 or 3 inches of difference. Now the MG Synergy would be bigger than the MG Unicorn. Fusion kits are cool. Only thing that stopped me from getting one is the pilot's very prominent and I'm not a painter. You could always just leave it closed. Let's get ready to do this this draw. It's between 1 and what, 200, I think. So at the top in the chat, let's get these random numbers generated. All right, so first up, we are going to draw for the MG Rezel Commander, number 20. Nice low number there. The HG Mark II Titans was 109. MG GPO1, wow, 108. And the paint set number 26. Let's see if we get any winners. Seems like our luck quotient so far this stream's been relatively low. Josh Lambert with 108, nice. I'll double check that one in a minute. Oh, Xavier got 26, looks like. Looks like we gave away a couple. Let's sand this piece and then I will confirm our winners. That's Aquatic Tanks also is 26. Ooh. Yo, been a long time. Let's go. What's up, Project D? All right. Let me double check. I'm looking for that, and I'm looking for 108 Josh Lambert. Oh man, so many numbers. Okay, Dad's Aquatic Tank with 26. I see that one. Josh Lambert 108. I see that one. And Xavier with 26. So Xavier and Danny, check for whether you're on live chat or top chat, because top chat sometimes will hide some of the messages. So Xavier and Dad's Aquatic Tank, we'll have to do a coin flip for you. So whoever calls it first, we got heads and we got tails. And once I know who calls whichever one first, then we will flip the coin and see who won. But Josh, looks like you are free and clear. So Josh, congrats. You can send me an email or a DM with your contact info, and we'll get that prize out to you this week. I hear Ministry of Sound in the background. Miracle of Sound. Maybe that's what you meant. But that is definitely the band or group or whatever, artist for this particular song. Paints are gloss black, gloss white, gloss blue, gloss yellow, gloss matter red, and Mr. Surfacer 100 gray, 1000 gray. There you go. They're all Mr. Hobby Paints lacquer. Have the greatest day today. It's my birthday. Gonna use money I got from Gunpla. Nice, Lewis. Happy birthday. Yes, I had Top Chat. Yeah, I learned that the hard way when I did that once, and essentially got an argument with somebody who won that I didn't see the winner. So I'm always super careful about that now. All right, looks like Xavier calls it with tails. So just give me a moment to finish sanding this piece, and then I will flip this coin and see who wins. All right. So flipping the coin, we got heads, and we got tails, and flip that again so I can actually catch it. Boom. Looks like we came up with tails. So congrats, Xavier, with the tails. So Xavier, you got the win, so send me an email or DM. Email at nick@mechawarehouse.com or DM on any of the social platforms. And we'll get that kit out to you. Congratulations. And both Josh and Xavier, both your prizes there are courtesy of Vicron, which I think is that Spud Killer, I think, is how he goes on here. I think Vicron is his handle on the Discord, so you can thank him for the prizes. I saw, where was it? Mia J, what is Gundam? Welcome, assuming you're new to the stream. So yeah, Gundams are large robots from the Gundam franchise. Basically some anime and manga and stuff. Basically giant robots. I wish I had one that was within arm's reach to just bring. But these are Gunpla, which are basically plastic model kits of Gundam is what I'm working on here. Fun little hobby. So we still got two prizes left. Still got the MG Rezel and the HG Mark II Titans up for grabs. So we also have, I think, at least one more draw left in us before the end of the stream tonight. So we'll give that an attempt. I'm really surprised I don't have this thing built all the way. No wonder the PG took forever. If I can't finish an SD in a 2-hour stream, then how was I expecting to finish a PG in anything less than 4 months? Where's the Sweet Good Nights Tuzaku? It looks pretty cool. All right. PCB. How are you you, Nick? I'm doing good too, Zaku. I won that, Rizzo. I bet that would be a very nice prize. Did I miss? No, 37 and 38. Don't worry, I'm only up to decal number 10 on the Luna Marie Gunner. Heck, nice. Nick, you need a producer for your streams. I do. That would be a great additional role for my video person when I hire them. But I think we're starting to get to that point. I also need a builder too, so I can talk to you guys and not actually have to do the building. Nick, thanks for the advice last week for the correct panel lighting markers. I've ordered them last Saturday and got them today. They work great. Awesome, Mark. I'm glad that was helpful. Started reading a translation of For Hathaway's Flash. Pretty decent so far. Anyone else read it? I haven't. You know, produce making the SD Gundams for him. Yeah, I think that's obviously what he meant. That's how I feel. I'm really starting to understand these like streamers that have thousands of viewers and the just like ignoring 90% of what people say in the streams because it's just really hard. I feel like I used to read every single comment and now I'm reading most of them. I think I'm hopefully doing an okay job, but it's tough. Definitely slows me down a little bit. Volunteer to be builder. Just send me the kits and I'll set up a camera and build and you talk. There you go. All right, 23. What's most disappointing is that I don't think I can just like build like half the Gundam. I've got a head, I've got arms, I've got a chest, and I assume I don't know if that's a waist or something else. What that is, I got like some wing binders and like some feet. Been pecking away at a non-grade 100 asterisk since November of last year. It sounds kind of familiar to me. Matt Morse should have a Zoom session stream where we build all of the same kit together, different kits. So we do have a, on the Discord, we've got Zooms pretty regularly. But I host one every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. There is actually a link on mechawarehouse.com, but if you're on the Discord, we post the link there too. So everybody is more than welcome to come hang out when we do that, whether you're a Discord member or not. We started that back around the beginning of the whole COVID thing as a way to kind of do some virtual community building and give people an opportunity to kind of get FaceTime and talk to other human beings. Back when going out in the world was not recommended. And we've been keeping it going. It's still been a good thing. I actually worked on a kit last night. Usually I just like show up lately and work on some other stuff I got going on, like business stuff for checking up on email and stuff like that. But I finally getting under control. So I worked on my RG Unicorn. hopefully we get to do that more too. Just do what you can do and muddle through the rest. You're one of my favorite streamers to watch, so don't sweat the small stuff. Thanks, kid. Not sure I understand why, but I'll take it. Just think I should buy a kit, and they can build it on live stream. Also send it to me for paying. Can build it on. I don't do commissions. I would love to do commissions. I just definitely don't have time. Maybe someday, if I can get enough of the business to run itself, I can do commissions and do that as part of my content stuff. If you see a kit you like in multiple grades, how do you choose which one to get? Which grade's your favorite? I mean, I think we all have a favorite grade, where you could just get all of them. That's the easy answer, I guess, or the hard answer. I think Gunpla plus Pokemon you gotta catch / buy them all. It's so much worse than Pokemon though. There's so many more. Hey, Nick, do you ever do any scratch builds? So I've done a little bit of scratch building. I scratch built a hanger for my SDCS Gundam ground type that I built last year. I think I got pictures up if you go on Instagram, nick.savory. It's my personal Instagram page. You can probably find some pictures of it not too far back. I scratch built it out of claw plate. Came up pretty good. I want to do more scratch building. I want to do diorama stuff at some point. I think that stuff's really cool. Be nice to go group build thing one day. I'm hoping to do some in-person stuff once the COVID numbers come down and stuff. Although our mask mandate went away here in New Hampshire, so I guess in theory things are better. I'm not sure I believe it, but as people get more people get vaccinated and cases go down, we should be able to have some in-person events. I was hoping to do a big, like, grand opening in-person event, builder showcase thing, early May, but I think I'm going to push it out to the summer because I don't think I'm quite comfortable yet. Take your mind to build a Gundam. I don't promise quantity, but I promise a plastic and a shape. There you go. There's Zoom build done going on the Discord. So many, and it costs a lot more money to catch them all. We've been liking my MG. Trying to build HG because they're cheaper. I'm still trying to figure out techniques for building. It's smart. Nick, have you ever got into kit bashing? A little bit. I on the stream late last year, maybe like November, I built, kit bashed some 30-minute mission stuff and Alto ground type with some other 30-minute missions parts primarily. I gotta bring that back and paint it. I was gonna paint it and then bring it back on stream for detail work, and then got busy with the GPO1 basically. Morris, my coach is doing better now, just a random cough. That's good to hear. No cowardly group call things, but which Discord? Mickey means the Mecha Warehouse Discord. A lot of people don't even turn their cameras on half the time on the Zooms. It's pretty low key. I want to get in a kit bash. I might feel badly. A bunch of Gunpla with no legs parts. Well, then you got to build something with the other legs and parts. If you take two Gunpla and steal parts from half from one and half from the other, you should have two other halves. Eventually, they got to add up to another Gundam you want to build, I would assume. That's why I think a lot of kit bashing is done with high grades, because at least they're not super expensive. I also kind of wish in retrospect I had thought to order replacement parts with some of my Magnacks, because I think I have enough spare parts to build like another Maganac if I had a handful of replacement parts. There were so many spare parts in that big P Bandai set that I could do most of a Gundam, I think, or most of a Maganac anyway. Would you ever host a contest? Carlos, we've done a contest. Last summer we had the Grunt Destruction build contest. On the Discord, we've held periodically some skill builder challenges, like low-key, low-pressure build contests for Discord members. We got one going on right now that's going to be wrapping up in the next like 2 weeks or so. And we'll probably be doing another big build contest of some sort this summer. I gotta get on finalizing theme choices and all the good stuff that goes along with that. In fact, I think I'm gonna put a note on my to-do list. To remind myself to look into that and do some planning. I think the reason I asked about scratch buildings is because I came across a contest called the OMC, Original Mecha Contest. I'm psyched now. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think you thought about adding a giveaway donation option checkout for a few dollars that go into a pot for you to choose a giveaway for those that can't justify donating a whole kit. Maybe. I could probably do that. I don't know how to implement that, but I could look into it. I know it's possible to turn on like tipping at checkout, which I think is kind of weird, but I could potentially use that tipping for stream stuff maybe. Another big contest, yes, let's go. Yeah, something big. I've got a few ideas for a theme. It'll definitely be a much different theme than the Grunt Destruction. But I need to come up with some ideas, how to run them by a little bit of a group and see what we come up with. Gonna be like alignment issues on some of these parts. Odd. So it looks like I got feet, I've got a chest, I've got arms, got some random windbinder things, and what might be a backpack maybe? Or the back of the chest body thing. That's probably what that is. Interesting. One day I wanted to do a diorama of like an RX-70 just burnt and beat up, surrounded by a bunch of mutilated Zaku's, like full on trees and grass, and just go crazy. That'd be pretty cool, Alex. So you do 30-minute missions contest. I think another shop did a big one last year. I could though. Our 30-minute missions skill builder was really popular in the Discord. But I think, let's see, there was a... What is your most memorable build? I feel like that SDCS Gundam ground type, just because I kind of custom painted a slightly different color scheme than normal, and that scratch built base, and I just really liked it. The most unique thing I think I've done that I finished. Nick, do you have an absolute favorite suit design? I'm not sure. How would Sleepy Fox get a Discord link considering we share an ordering account? Just send me a DM and get you set up for that. Got no problem. We've done that for a few. We've got a few Discord power couples going on. All right, so let's see. We've got 2 prizes left to give away. We've got 100 people in the chat. Let's do a number between, how many kids you think you've put together in your lifetime total? Let me answer this real quick, and then I will throw the number range in the chat. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So we've got like 27 plus 40 Maganax, 41 Maganax, and a Sandrock. So 27 plus 42 is 60, 69, 70 kits, something like that. It's probably, I guess, yeah, it's because I got the Haro at the warehouse. It's like 70 or so. Okay, so let's throw a number in the chat between the number 1 and 100 this time. We'll definitely have some duplicates, so please don't delete your number and post a new one or anything if somebody else picks the same number, and we're only 1 number per person. We'll draw a winner, and looks like the rest of this kit will have to wait for next week. So next week I'll probably finish building this and hopefully finish prepping it for paint, which should be fun. There'll be some fun masking involved with all that painting and such. While we're waiting for these numbers, I'll remind people one more time before we're done for the night. As the camera comes back into focus here, that live 10 code is still good. Should be good till at least 11 tonight. So if you haven't made a purchase but we're thinking about making one tonight, take advantage of that code. We just got the big Disbay restock in. And what else was I going to say? I don't know if there's anything else. I'll draw these numbers in a moment. Already seeing duplicates of my number, dang. Well, it's okay. We get to flip the coin. It's a lot of fun. Any chance to flip this new one here? It's okay, we want more death matches, exactly. More death matches, more coin flips is a good thing. Or just order tonight, nice Guillermo. That's awesome. Anything that doesn't get one when we do this draw will, I guess, roll over to next week. How are those Display Nippers? They're going to get in them. I've heard they're good. I heard they're pretty much as good as the God Hand. At least really close. I haven't used them yet. Keep rolling till a winner. We'll see, Matt. I hope we just get winners that I don't need to. How much they cost? The Display Nippers are what, like $30-something? God Hand are like 50-something, so they're a lot more affordable. Okay, let's throw that time in the chat. Okay, first up we got number 90. I believe Gump University did Nipper comparison video. He definitely did. Worth checking out. think he's done a couple, actually. I think he did a rehash. So, number 90 for the Rezel Commander. And number 81. 81 for the HG Mark II Titans. Adam, when the stolen coins, I was more upset someone had 4 coins, which meant they could have taken my first number choice, but whoever stole them is a dick. So the way I did the coin assignment, you didn't, if your name came up, you didn't get all 4 of your choices. It was, I picked basically a person from the list at random, and they got one of their choices, their first choice if it was available. If not, then their second choice, etc. Or if none of them were available, they got kind of put to the back of the list to pick one at random afterwards, and then we just kept drawing that way. So it's not like they wiped them all out. And I think he got a bunch of random numbers, actually, if I remember correctly, because they were all pretty much in order. 81, that's me. All right, does that mean our G Kiddo gets the HG Titans? Okay, so that's cool. So I'm just upset they were stolen. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I tried to do it as fairly as I could. It was not a perfect. I mean, so if you asked for 4 coins, your name could have, in theory, been called a second time before someone got called first, depending on how the odds worked out. But it wasn't like you automatically got to wipe out the coins. That was the simplest way I could come up with doing it that seemed fair. Because it was a lot of work to do the coin assignments. I had to do a lot of manual number crunching. I can only imagine what it's going to be like next time when we have even more coins to deal with. Because I also had to take into account first choices for people that had existing coins and stuff too. So I see the 81 for G Kiddo. So G Kiddo, send me a DM or email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, with your info, and we'll send out that Titans kit. And I guess I'll draw one more time since there's only one kit left, and it was like the headline kit. So one more number. I'm going to draw another number between 1 and 100, and use the same numbers we already have there. And get to order a coin due to work was closed, so it wasn't happening. So oh, bummer. No, we're not. Come on, guys. Okay. I guess we'll play it this way. I was gonna roll against the existing numbers, but I guess we'll go with this. So if you haven't yet, post a number between 1 and 100, and I'm gonna draw one more number again in a moment. I was using the same numbers, now I'm not, because sympathetic fire here. And now once everybody hears me, it just kind of blew up. No worries, it happens. It reminds me of a lot. Have you ever been on a firing line or something, and somebody takes a shot, everybody starts shooting and stuff like that? Or if I'm sure it happens in the military and stuff. He's not mad at this guy, he's just disappointed. To be fair, we're still using the same numbers. Yeah, it's kind of my fault. It's late, I'm a little tired. Pick the same number makes you feel better. Most people probably pick the same number, so it's pretty funny. Shots fired, shots fired. I'll throw time up there in a moment. Nick really hit us with the disappointed dad voice. Everybody's got to have a skill, right? So all he really did is force us all to wait to find out who won. Yeah, basically you created more suspense. Potentially caused people that had a chance to win that maybe didn't hear it the second time, and gave people who didn't get in before a chance to get in. So it is what it is. Okay, so I threw time in there. One more number between 1 and 100. This is for the MG Rezel. Number 36. Number 36. So while we're looking to see if somebody pulled a 36. Rizzy Breaker says, I'm not sure if you say this, so I'll ask again. Are you still getting the 100 at Katsuki Gundam Owashi Shiranui? I'm not sure. Is it on incoming? I feel like that's somewhere on something, but probably. Carter Tweedle. Looks like we might have a winner here. Where is Carter? That guy just shows up, toss number check. Does he know he won? I'm right here. Okay, let me see if I can find. Still haven't seen Carter's name in the thing, but that's on me, I think. There you go, Carter Tweedle. All right. Carter Tweedle with the win for the MG Rezel. So Carter, congratulations. Send me a DM or an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, with your contact, shipping info and stuff, and we'll get that out to you. Hey, it's me, Carter Tweedle's best friend, here to claim his prizes. Nice try, Artie. Nice try. Any last shooting effects Xeons or any grade Neo Xeons on the horizon? I feel like the RG might be coming in again soon. Just the regular one. Well, we got the regular one in, right? Still? We have the, I think we still have the RG Xeon. I guess it's the Neo Xeon that you're looking for, which is different. I don't think the Neo Xeon, I don't know when that's coming in. So, anyway, he's got like 5 streams open for giveaways for Getty entered sometimes. All right. Anyway, so we are done. We're way over time for what I usually shut this down. So I'm going to take off for the night, get some rest. Hope you guys all enjoyed yourselves. Thank you all for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time. Do this every Saturday night at 8:30. You can hit that subscribe button and notification bell and all that good stuff, so you get notified for next time. And if you're looking for something else to do, I think Gump University is streaming tonight, so you can always head over there. And I'm sure there's plenty of good streaming stuff going on with the charity streams going on this weekend. So anyway, have a good one.